friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be tackling a space that needs some much needed attention. I have my area right here in my mudroom, and y'all, it has become a dumping ground. And when I say dumping ground, I genuinely mean a dumping ground. We currently only have this little teeny tiny coat rack to hold all of our coats and all of Delilah's stuff, and honestly, it just didn't cut in it. And I would love to add some shoe storage one day and also just give this space a little bit more life and color and purpose. So today we are going to be tackling a solution for all of our hanging coats and backpacks. Like, every day we get home, we have nowhere to put our bags, like our work bags. Like, the shoes pile up, the bags pile up, the coats, I have to like move multiple ones to get the one I want. It just doesn't work. So we are gonna work on tackling this space today and giving it a solution that is much needed. So here's the plan. I was really gravitating towards this dark, moody teal in the inspiration photos. I thought that it would bring in a lot of color and depth into a space that doesn't currently have any. After doing research, I landed on Black Evergreen by Behr, and I thought this would pair nicely with the board and batten that I wanted to incorporate in the space. I really wanted to add additional hooks so that we could accommodate all of our coats and backpacks, leashes, etc. And I really wanted an opportunity for styling, so we're incorporating a shelf at the top. Also, finally, to top it off, I want to put black modern accents for the hooks for the perfect contrast. I want to add some board and batten up here, and then additionally add some coat racks, like lots of coat racks, so that we have room. We are contending with this door and having enough room for it to swing, so there's not enough room to add shoe storage in this space, but I'm thinking in a couple of videos maybe we'll add some shoe space in another area. So let's get into it. Okay, so first things first is we have to clear out this area. I can put some of my coats and things away for the winter, but the reality is I still need some of this. So for now, we're gonna relocate all this stuff and take down our little holder and move our shoes out of the way. So first things first is our top is going to be up here and even with our storage units, and we're gonna make a little shelf. So we are at 43 3/4. So we're using primed boards, and we're going to use our Craig jig to create a little shelf and adhere it to the wall. Okay, so we are gonna use our Craig jig to create some pocket holes to make our shelf. So this is gonna sit like this on this, and then that'll be our top piece for our shelf, as well as the top piece for our board and batten. So I'm going to do a bead of glue along the top edge here. we're going to use our 90-degree clamps to help hold it in place. Okay, so now I've got it clamped up. We're gonna add our screws in really quickly. Yeah. So we'll do it like this. This guy is bowed a little bit, so we're gonna straighten that up. We used our Craig jig to create pocket holes so that we could connect the two pieces to make the shelf and it be hidden once attached to the wall. I still haven't gotten the hang around how to use the Craig jig, but it's getting there. Additionally, we went ahead and cut the rest of the pieces for the board and batten. We're using primed pine, and this helped to eliminate the priming step for the rest of the project. It would cost us about $10 per 8-foot board, so this project is coming in around $100, maybe a little more with paint and the hooks. At the end, I'll give a tally of everything that we used and the cost of the project. So we are going to start in this area. First and foremost, we need to find the studs. So we're going to use our stud finder and try and find those areas. So there's one. There's another, and there's another. So by securing our wooden pieces to the studs, we will ensure that this has more security to it and like won't fall out of the wall more than likely. So we've marked these. We'll just have to like, you know, measure out where they are and check once we get a little bit higher, but this should help us align to like where the studs are first. So we're gonna start at the bottom just in case my measurements are off. The goal is to have the top shelf align with the top of our PAX unit, and I would rather have gap at the top than at the bottom. So we are going to be adhering this with a brad nailer and placing these in. So I'm gonna do one at the top and one at the bottom and hope I'm aligned to the studs. Oh, that didn't hold because I'm not in a stud. Okay, our wall also may not be plumb, so we'll go in with some caulk to help fill it. Next up, we're gonna add the side pieces, and we measured those to be 28 1/4. That's pretty level right there from one side. So I am hopeful oh gosh, what is a 5/8? It's right after the half, right? The big one after the half?
Yeah.
I hate fractions. Right there, I think. So that is that guy. Now the next one, okay. My next board is going to go across here. I need to refine my studs because I just covered them up. And I'm gonna do it right at the top of this. And I'm doing that because this is going to have hooks on it, so I am gonna put some screws in this guy. So I've got my board here. I'm going to put them on the edges, but I'm also gonna put some extra, I'm gonna put some screws where those studs are. Then that way, I'll have to fill it in, but honestly, it'll be the best chance to ensure that I will not have this whole thing come crashing down, which would not be ideal. So, okay, if you work for Home Depot Or if you work at Lowe's corporate, stop putting the sticker on the board. It is so obnoxious to try and get it off. I don't know, you might not be able to see it. So I'm just gonna go with it. But it is annoying, so stop it. I'm looking at this. This is gonna be near impossible to patch these holes, so I'm actually gonna go get the wood putty to putty that first before I put that up. Should have done that before, but Ian is home and he was willing to do this project, so I wanted to get his help ASAP. So I'm gonna go get my wood putty, my spackle, and we're gonna do that next. Hopefully this wood putty, or this spackle is not too dried out. We're gonna pre-drill these holes on the studs, and I'm gonna do 2 screws for each one. Now that baby is in there, I need to patch some more holes real quick, so let me do that. All right, so the last piece is this guy. Hopefully he fits. Oh gosh. He does, look at that. And it's pretty spot on with where we wanted it to level out. I'm impressed. She level. Great, thanks. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna hold it in place with brad nails first, and then we'll put some screws in line with the studs. Very rarely is that too short, but it does happen. All right, guys. We got all of that up in an afternoon. I think it looks great so far. We've got hooks. I've got to fill in the gaps, fill in the caulk around the areas. Obviously this shelf is not gonna be a lot of anything, but when I was doing my research, like to put much of anything on it, but when I was doing my research, when there wasn't a shelf on the top, it just looked really unfinished, and like I might be able to put a piece of art or a faux plant or something. And I just wanted it to kind of be filled in. So I'm going to put in these screws really quickly and then give it a sand in the morning, maybe, or maybe tomorrow night. And then we will prep it by caulking it and getting it ready for paint. And then we'll do the hooks. Super easy. You could totally do this in a weekend if you have the right tools. Okay guys, I have sanded this down, and now I am going to be adding caulk around all the cracks to make it look fully built in before we start painting. So I've got my anti-shrink caulk here. It supposedly dries in 15 minutes by DAP, and then go from there. So I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way to the top, and then we will paint. Maybe today, maybe not today. I have so much to do, and I just don't know if I'm gonna get it all done. But anyway, let's get started. Okay guys, it is time. We are gonna start painting this guy. I picked up some paint. I'm hoping that it's enough, and I'm hoping that I like the color. So TBD on that, but got everything caulked and sanded, and ready to go. So we have just got to start putting the coat on it. So I'm gonna get everything ready and I'm gonna put on a podcast, and or maybe I'll call a friend and just get this done. Like at least one coat. It's gonna have to dry overnight at least. I'm hoping to get one coat on it. So let's get to it. So the color I'm using is called Black Evergreen. I don't know if y'all can see that very well, but it's a like dark tealish green color. I wanted something to bring in some moodiness and some personality in here. So I'm gonna start at the bottom and work my way up. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if we like the color. Ooh, I think I'm gonna like it. Y'all, look at this color. I love it. I'm in love. All right, so next steps are we're gonna hang our hooks and then we're gonna style this. So I painted this morning. It's had like 8 hours to dry. I got these really cool hooks. They're dual hooks. I don't know if y'all can see that. Dual hooks from Amazon. I'll link them below. And I got these because I originally was thinking I'd do 5 hooks along the top, 3 along the bottom, and that's still the plan. However, I was thinking about it, I'm like, if it's a singular hook, that means I can only fit 5 jackets and 3 other items on the bottom. And like, that's just not enough. So this maximizes even more. So I'm thinking we're gonna do, well, these may not work actually. Okay, so I've got 2 different kind of hooks. I've got this kind, I've got the singular hook, and then I've also got a double hook. So these are from the same company. I originally was gonna use all of these, but unfortunately, if I use these here, then I have no room to hook on the top hook. So that's why I bought these. So we're gonna use these where we can and shift everything down just a little bit and then use these where we can't. And then, so I'm gonna do 5 across the top and I think 3 across the bottom because we have our 2 book bags and then Delilah's stuff. So I think that should be enough, enough storage, if you will. So we're gonna start out with trying to measure out where these are all gonna go. Okay. So this is a little unorthodox. However, I'm gonna make them so that the top hook of this one aligns with the bottom of this. So we're gonna kind of cheat it like that. I know it's not ideal, but I think it's gonna work best. And that obviously in this space, functionality is over design. I often don't make that call, but I want to have more hooks because I could potentially do all of the singular ones, but like that doesn't help me much. That's really only like 1 extra hook for like blanket or jackets and stuff. So I think the dual and the singular will be ideal. So I have a little handy dandy pen to mark these off. Okay, these double hooks are really hard to get straight. I swear I leveled them and it doesn't even look like it. So, and like made sure that they were level and not crooked, but here we are. So 10 out of 10 would not recommend these guys. However, these singular hooks are good. But in the cadence of having extra storage, I still like these. So I'm still gonna do double down here on the second run, but I think I'm just gonna line them up with these singles so that they're, you know, half and half, but should be good. So we're gonna do that next. Okay, y'all, we have the hooks up. Now it's time to style this, and I'm just gonna use stuff that I have around my house. I didn't go buy anything new for this. There's no need. So we're just gonna make this look a little pretty. All right, guys, what do you think? I mean, for a weekend project, I'm pretty happy with it. The added storage is a huge bonus. Really, really thrilled that it turned out like this. I wanted something with the dark, moody color. It really helps to separate the space. Also, I think it'll be really good for the wear and tear of like something that's gonna be used all the time. So I'll link everything I use below. Paint again is Black Evergreen by Bear. I will link these hooks from Amazon. They're really solid quality. We'll say the double hooks are hard to get aligned. We just had a really tough time with that for whatever reason, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and come back next week for a new video. I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.